Hey ladies, welcome to High Heels and Destiny. This channel focus on spiritual inspiration, motivation, and encouragement. Okay, welcome. Come on in. If you're looking for those things, tune on in. Even if you're not looking for those things, girl, still come on in. Okay, I'm pretty sure I can say something that can help you in your life today. Okay, come on in. Today's topic is use what you got. Use what you got to get what you want. And you like use what you don't let your mind go there. Okay, we ain't talking about that. Okay, let's keep our mind clean. All right, use what you got to get what you want. I remember last year when I was working at my job and at my job and I was just miserable. I mean, I hated to go to work. I hated it. Okay, hate. I mean, when I say the word hate, got to put a little in there. Okay, I hated my job. Okay, so I didn't always hate it. Okay, when it got towards the end, I was just kind of like really hate my job, and I'm just like God, like God, come on, God, like God, will you please help me? You know, you like Lord, you know when you get to that place, well, when we really need God, we're like God, please, God, help me, God, help me, help me, help me. You know how when you driving to work and when you pull on a property, you like it's just like something go through you. Okay, I'm like, okay, God. So I'm like, God, you gotta bail me out of this. Okay, God, if you bail me out of this, I'm gonna be a good girl. You know how we always say, God, if he bails out of something, we're gonna be a good girl. And we know we be lying, but we don't need to be lying because we really do need to be being a good girl. Okay, but I am still being a good girl. Okay, my words are still safe with God. Okay, so anyway. So I remember one morning getting up for work, and so at my job, I worked at a juvenile facility for kids or whatever. And so I remember one morning getting up for work. Every morning I get up for work, I usually try to listen to something just motivational, spiritual, something just to kind of get my day boom, boom, pump and ready because I be needed to get a pump and ready to walk up into that place. Okay. Because child, that place was feeling like the lion's den. Okay. So I had to get myself pumped and ready to just walk up in there. And so, I remember one morning getting up and I was just getting ready for work and I told this story on one of my previous message, okay? And so I remember one morning getting up for work and I'm like, well, I know that God had a calling on my life since I've been way, way, way young. I know that God said he was going to use me in ministry, but I just didn't know exactly how as time has started to unfold. Okay, I was like, okay, God, I see what direction you're going in with my life. I know that God wanted me to work with women. I'm like, okay, God, great idea. Whoop, 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 won't he do it? Okay. But I'm like, okay, God, I know what you want me to do, guys. So, I mean, how I'm going to do this? Like, how I'm going to do this? So, one morning I remember getting up. I was listening to YouTube or whatever, someone on YouTube, and she was saying that what God already said in the Bible, everything we need is right in us, okay? Everything that we need is right in us. And it's already in us. We be like, well, I don't know how. Everything we need is already us. God gave us everything we need that's in us, okay? But we have to tap into it with God to get to that place or whatever. But anyway, because I keep getting off track. But anyway, so I was getting up, getting ready, getting myself ready for work or whatever, dragging along as I usually do, okay? And so I heard her say that sometimes we have to use what we got. What we need is right there in front of us, and we don't understand like how. And so she was explaining how God was calling her off of her job and that what she needed was right there in her house, but she didn't want to leave her job because she was making really, really good money, and so she didn't want to leave her job. But God told her everything she needed was already right there in her home or whatever. And so as time and time went on, and I listened to her message or whatever, I was sitting there and they kind of touched my spirit a little bit. I'm like, And so what she said that really touched me, she said, everything you need is right there with you. It's at home. You know, if your business, how you need to start your business is right there at home. Start it from home. I'm like, start it from home. So I'm like, whatever. So I went on ahead, I got ready for work or whatever and just moving on by my life or whatever. So as time go on, months go on, a few months went on, it kept coming back to my spirit. My spirit just kept going back to what she said. And I'm like, when something usually keep coming back to my spirit like that, I'm like, okay, God, like, you know how when you know God telling you to do something, you like, So God was telling me that he wanted me to start my women platform here from home, via social media. And I was like, via YouTube too. Well, starting with YouTube. And I was like, absolutely not. Like, I'm like, God, because I'm not big on social media, like all that, like going Facebook live, you know, it's not me. So I'm like, okay, God, no, it's got to be another way. So I kept on, ignoring it or whatever. And as time and time kept going on, it kept coming to my spirit like, what you need is right there. But, oftentimes what we need, we can have it right there, but we don't tap into that thing. So as time and time went on by, I went to my husband. I was like, oh my God. I was like really nervous. I was like, because my husband's my best support or whatever. And so my husband, I told him, I was like, I think that God, want me to start a YouTube channel or whatever. And I was like, I'm going to need a laptop to start it or whatever. And so my baby was like, Mommy, you can use your cell phone. I was like, girl, no, I don't want to use a cell phone. Like, I'm just not big on all that stuff. I just rather use a laptop. It's easier. It's more convenient. It's bigger, just easy to work with versus, using a cell phone, And so I told my husband that, and he was like, well, okay. So he was like, well, we'll get you a laptop. And I was like, okay. So we got me a laptop. Child, I ain't gonna do right. Okay. I just don't do right. I got that laptop, first of the day I open it up, tapping in it. Ain't did nothing I need to do on that laptop to get my life together. So playing all on in the first little day, girl, I got the laptop and pushed it under the couch. Cause I was like, whatever. And so I pushed that thing around under the couch. Okay. And so so many weeks went by. And so I'm like, okay, it kept coming back to my spirit. So at this point in time, I'm really nervous because I'm like, well, God, I don't want to do it, God. I was like, I don't want to get on social media or whatever. So I remember one day my husband and my daughter went to the flea market. And my daughter liked them. I think they call pop sockets, the little thing you put at the back of your cell phone, pop socket, and you hold your hand up and then all that stuff. And she was like, Mommy, you want to get your pop socket? I said, look, I don't want no pop socket. Don't bring me none of that stuff. I don't want it. So and it was so weird because my husband I do not like none of that stuff. Okay. I don't even have a cell phone case. That's why my cell phone is always breaking. I don't even like cell phone cases, but I think I need to kind of get in my mind that I need a case. I just won't buy one. But anyway, I'm going to get one because I can't keep breaking my phone. I just hate I don't like cell phones accessories. I don't know why. I know this sounds so crazy, but I just really don't. But anyway, let me get back on track. So they came home from the flea market. And my husband gave me a pop socket. And I was like, I'm like, he always buy me stuff I don't ask for. And the stuff that I do ask him buy, he don't never buy. Now the stuff that I don't want, or he's so quick to go buy, I'm like, why would he come home with a pop socket? So I'm like, okay, he came here with this pop socket. I don't want that. I'm like, what is you doing? So I'm like, okay. So my spirit started shaking again. And I'm like, okay, that's God. What God was telling me is like record, because most people use pop sockets. You can put your finger back there and you can kind of hold it and you record. So I was taking it again as like, okay, this is God telling me you need to go ahead and start recording, because the pop socket, go in the back of the phone, you can hold up your record or whatever. And so I'm like, okay, this is God really pushing me and telling me that I need to go ahead and take the necessary steps to go ahead and start moving forward. So anyhow, I go looking for the laptop, can't find it, because I forgot. Child, I had to push it under the sofa. It ain't have no business to be under the sofa, but I had pushed that thing where how you put something on the floor and you don't even push, you just get your feet and you just push it on up and that's tossing on. Girl, it's all the way under the sofa at the back of the couch against the wall. So I gotta find it. Finally found it or whatever. I'm like, okay, guys. So I remember doing my very first video. I got, onto YouTube and did my first video, really nervous or whatever. I'm like, oh my God, like, God, why I had to do it this way, God? Like, why couldn't I have done it another way? But I say all that, you guys, just to tell you guys that what you need is right in you, okay? The thing that you need is right in you. We sit in places and there's things that we want to do in our lives. There's changes that we want to make in our lives, but we're waiting for someone else to give us the opportunity. But the opportunity that we need is already right there in front of you. Don't miss what you need to do. Don't be scared of what you need to do, because God have given you everything that you need is already in you. The opportunity sometimes it sit right there in front of you, and we'll walk right by. We'll walk right by the opportunity. And then months have passed us by, days have passed us by, years have passed us by, and you be like, well, God, I told you what I wanted to do. But God said, but I told you what I wanted you to do. I told you to step out and take a leap of faith. I told you to use what you had at home to make your business start. You may not have a storefront, but God said start it in your home. You may not can go somewhere and start your business, whether you're a motivational speaker or a boutique owner or a shoe owner, a shoe store owner, or maybe you sell hair products, or you sell makeup, or you sell lip gloss, you sell face scrubs, and you may be like, well, I want to sell this stuff, but I don't even have a place to put it in. I don't even have my own business. You don't need your own business. You use what you got. What you got is right there in your house. The thing that you need to do, you start it from home. Start whatever you need to do from home. Start it from home. Don't wait. Don't sit there and wait. We living in a millennium now where back years ago, we had to wait for someone to give us the opportunity. We had to wait for someone to say, okay, I'm going to give you this chance. Okay, I'm going to do that. But we live in a world where you don't have to wait for someone to give you the chance. You can do it yourself. Do it yourself. What you got and what you need is right there in front of you. Step out and do what you need to do. Don't put your life in somebody else's hand. Don't wait for someone else to say, you know what, darling, I think you're qualified. Now, you don't need for someone to tell you that you're qualified, because God have already equipped you with what you need. God have already made you qualified. You don't need for someone else to tell you that you're qualified when God have already given you the talent. God have already given you the gift. God had already put everything inside of you that you need. Don't wait for somebody else to give it to you. You go out and you get what you want, okay? You go out and you get what you want. You go out and you get what you want. You go out and you get what you want. Everything you need is right in you, okay? Everything you need is right there in you. Everything you need is right there in you, okay? Don't try to do it so big starting off, okay? However you need to start your business, whatever you need to do in your life to take that next step, don't try to do it so big, because sometimes, like I always say, the only way to the top is from the bottom. So if that means that, okay, you got to get your garage in your house or get a storage in the backyard, or you have to use a room in your laundry room, your car garage, whatever you need to use to start your business, to put your products, your services in, you start it from there. You do what you need to do. Don't wait for somebody else to give you your opportunities, because your opportunity is already there, okay? So I say that to say, use what you got to get what you want. The opportunity is already there. So you guys, I stepped out. I did what God told me to do. It did not feel comfortable. So if you want to feel safe, don't do it. If you want to feel comfortable, don't do it. Okay. If you're looking for those feelings, it just ain't going to happen. Okay. If you want to feel safe, comfortable, don't do it. Okay. When you take a leap of faith, it is scary. Okay. People going to tell you, girl, you don't need to do that, girl. Girl, stay at your job, girl. Girl, you ain't need to do all that. Just do this. Look, look, don't worry about what they tell you. Okay. You go out and you get what you want. Everything you need is already in you. Everything you need is already in you. Okay, don't wait for somebody else to give you your opportunity. You go take what's yours. Okay, you go take what's yours. But make sure when you're doing it, don't do it by your might, but make sure when you do it that you're walking according to God's will and His purpose. Because if you're not walking according to God's will and His purpose, it's gonna crumble. Okay, and the last thing that we need for it to crumble. Okay, we don't need for that to happen. But you gotta and do what you want. And so you guys, me taking that one step of faith with my YouTube videos. Now I have over 80 videos, you guys. I have been able to reach women across the world. I've got inboxes, messages, or whatever, how, God have allowed me, all glory to God first. God have allowed me to be a blessing to other women, only because of the glory of God. And now I'm going further than I have ever before. Since I quit my job, every day is a faith walk, okay? So I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys, well, when you take that leap of faith, it's easy. You're going to be rich the next day. You're going to have everybody want to buy your products. You're going to have everybody want to check for you. No. It's not going to happen like that, okay? Think about a seed. When you put a seed in the ground, when you put that seed in the ground, you don't see an apple tree just pop up. You don't see a peach tree just pop up. It takes some work. It takes some nutrients. It takes you just really taking care of that seed before it can grow, okay? That's the same thing with your business. You're going to put that thing in the ground, and then you're going to be working hard. You're gonna be doing this, you're gonna be doing it. You're gonna be like, well, dog, I'm not getting the support. Do anybody really like me? Do anybody really knows me? God, is this really what you wanted me to do, God? Did I just do this by my might? But just know that seed in the ground, you may not can see what's happening under the ground, but know if you could continue to nurture that thing and you continue to treat that thing and care for it properly, that in due season that it will reap. God said there's a season for everything in your life. In due season, you will reap your harvest. Okay, you just keep watering that thing. Okay, you just keep watering that thing. When you see how the weeds and stuff start to grow around it, you pull those things up, because you want to keep that thing in the place where when it grows, it can grow healthy. Okay, so you guys, I say all that to say, continue to push your way through. What you need is in your house. Don't allow anyone to tell you that you can't do it, you won't do it. Don't allow anyone to tell you that you need somebody else to be able to you need somebody else to be able to make that next move or transition in your life. The only person you need is God, God. Okay, big God, God. Okay, so you guys, I'm telling you, step out and do the thing that you want to do. Use what you got to get to what you want. Okay, bye bye.